Hey guys, so we just went over all of our data and what the socks mean to our data. Our next step is to graph it. Over here is our graph, and on the y-axis you got the frequency of how many students spent their time on the internet, and on the x-axis you have how many minutes those students spent on the internet. So our socks for our graph is slightly skewed right because it goes like this and has a nice little curve to it. And the outlier is possibly 151, and the center of our graph is somewhere between 40 and 60. You can tell that just because of how many are in, or how frequently our students spent 40 to 60 minutes on the internet, and our range. To find all this, we actually used our calculator. And here you would go stat, edit, and you'd put all your numbers in here. This is our data. And we put all those numbers in there. And that's gonna help us get our data. And then you do second y equals, and you turn your stat plot on, you put it into a histogram, and then you can hit graph. And that's very similar to our graph. I mean, pretty much spot on. So after putting all that into your calculator, you can do a one variable statistic, which is stat, and then you go over to calc, and you hit enter on where one variable statistic, L1, because that's where our data is. And here you find your 5-number summary, which we wrote down over here. Our first quartile range is 31, and our median is 46.5, which is what we guessed it to be. Our third quartile range is 76. We have a minimum of 7 and a maximum of 151. And all of this together is how you make a histogram. Thanks, guys.